Hey, Luke here. I live in Winnipeg and we have rain tonight coming into our house. We just finished doing some mopping along the wall here and along the floor. There's where it's all running to where the floor drain in the corner there. And we got fans running and dehumidifier all over the basement here, about 5 different fans. It came in dripping through the top of this window. And interesting enough, not between the panes, but on the top there, and underneath the wall there, underneath that cabinet, through the wall over there, underneath the stairs here, and upstairs, through both of our windows that are the newer windows. The older windows at the front are actually fine, but these at the back here had lots of water dripping into it. And the reason why we have so much water coming in today is because the roof is currently under construction, and the roof itself is waterproofed, but there are no eaves troughs. And I took the fascia off. I'll explain that in a moment. If you can see it all here, pretty hard to tell, but we've got blue skin wrapping the roof, and the blue skin overlaps the edge and goes on to the first 6 inches of the wall. And we got our foam insulation we've been installing up there, and the roof was designed in the 40s with no overhang, and the idea was we're going to frame overhangs. That's what the framing over here has, and the overhang will actually be the biggest preventer of this. But of course we haven't finished yet. So my current working theory is that the roof is not leaking, the walls are leaking. If the roof were leaking, we'd see it coming onto the ceiling of the kitchen there, or into our attic bedroom, as well as probably the windows coming down harder now again. And so, as you can see, the roof membrane that goes underneath that styrofoam all the way across the whole thing, all this blue skin membrane, it stops at the tar paper. I used liquid blue skin to tie it into the tar paper, and the tar paper goes behind the stucco. The stucco gap here is where the water is coming in, and that tar paper has got a big hole in it, i.e. this window. And the guys probably didn't do the best job of tying it into the window, but even if it were done really, really well, that's a huge amount of a test, a huge amount of pressure to have this water that's all flowing straight down behind the stucco, straight to that window. And so it's hard to get a window to stand up to that kind of test when water can be shed so much easier to get the bulk water away from it. And so this window and that window both have been leaking, and there's also probably some other leaks down there on the wall where it's getting into the basement. And I wish I had the fascia that used to be on this wall reinstalled on here or something to keep it from, to try to get over that little gap there. But anyway, that's not the case right now, so it's just letting a fire under my ass to try to get this roof project done faster. It's fun to mop up water in a basement on a Monday or Sunday night.